President of Institute of the Americas. I'm here with Andy Vesey from AES, and let me just ask you, where do you see electricity, the industry going in Latin America and the Caribbean?
Well, Latin America and the Caribbean now is showing a lot of growth, a lot of economic growth in the way the region weathered relatively well the recession and its new position. We think that we're going to see a lot of growth and a lot of investment and a lot of needed investment in generation, transmission, and distribution. I think there are a lot of priorities. I think that one of the things the region has to grapple with is the issue of interconnection. We have a lot of resources in the region, but they're not evenly distributed. And investing new capital is very difficult to do, and so the less you can spend to get the results, the better off. And we know we can optimize those investments if we have more integration. There are a lot of attempts at it. There's Central America has seen the beginning of the CIPAC integration. There's discussion of interconnection of Colombia with Panama. We're hearing a lot about potential interconnections from Colombia down through to Chile. Mm-hmm. All these things are very important. So we're seeing a lot of investment. We're watching closely the advent of the sort of the shale revolution and LNG and potential exports from the U.S., which we think will have big impacts on the region, especially with the free trade countries. I think there's a sort of an imperative to see if we can get gas there. AES is very interested in those opportunities. We also recognize that it's not just the investments in energy, but the investment in the communities where we're going to make those investments and where investments are made. Energy is so integral to everyone's lives that from the building a plant or investing in a new transmission line or providing new services, you have to be with the people and you have to understand their needs. And quite honestly, every country has its own set of public policy issues, its own level of investment. So not only do we think about the opportunities to invest in energy in all the resources, but we also recognize the kind of investments we have to make into the communities so that we can become a vital part of that.
Right. Talk to me a little bit. I mean, people, when you talk about the energy business, think about dams and think about thermal plants. But there's a whole lot of innovation going on out there. And can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I mean, I think so. I mean, a lot of people think that the electric industry didn't change since Thomas Edison built the Pearl Street Station. And, in I'm going to embarrass myself, 82 or 92?
I think it was 82, actually.
1882 down in New York. But it has. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of innovation in materials, in fuel technology, in power controls. But the kind of things that, just give you an example of the things that we're doing, a number of things. If we start in El Salvador, we have a 6-megawatt plant that runs on landfill gas. You can say that's not terribly innovative, but it's the only one of its kind in Central America, taking a waste product and actually having a beneficial use for it and producing electricity, and also having an environmental impact by not letting the methane from that site get into the atmosphere.
So you're taking a liability and turning it into an asset.
Yep, we are, but fundamentally people see it as reasonably priced electricity in the grid. In Argentina, where we have a combined cycle plant that is designed to run on natural gas or diesel fuel, when we can't get natural gas to that plant, we're starting to integrate using biodiesel, which is produced in Argentina from soybeans, and it's blended at a rate currently about 7% with diesel, and that gives us a lower fuel cost, allows us to provide a better price product in the market, but it also has an environmental benefit as well, because diesel fuel is not diesel fuel has a much bigger impact than the diesel fuel cut with soybean-produced oils.
Sure.
So that's an advantage. We also are integrating advanced storage technology into facilities. In Chile, we have over 32 megawatts of advanced lithium-ion batteries that help increase the performance of our current investment.
Explain how. Why is that important?
Well, why is it important? I think that application in and of itself, I think, has a straightforward benefit for us because it allows us to bring more of our investment in our power plants to the market. It's called, it's going to be a little technical, but it's called capacity release. We don't have to hold back capacity if there's an upset in the market. We have a battery, so we can fully dispatch our plants, and if there's a momentary upset in the system, because an electric system works in very real-time balancing of supply and demand, we can put the battery in.
So that replaces excess capacity.
That's right. It doesn't replace excess capacity. It replaces our obligation to hold back capacity, to have it available. And it gives a real economic benefit. But the thing we should think about as the battery is that's an application. It's not the only application. As we see more renewables introduced into the market, which I believe they will be in time, whether that's solar or wind or small hydro, these are intermittent sources. And with intermittent sources, you have to have things like batteries to offset it in order to keep the system stable. So I think that battery technology will advance. It's now, we believe, at a level where it is commercial, but quite honestly, there are drivers. The drivers that are going to increase batteries are going to be electric cars. The investment and capital that's going to flow in transportation will have its benefit in advanced batteries, which will find their ways into the electric system. And with the level of investment that's going to be needed in the Americas and in Latin America in transmission and distribution, they're going to build a transmission system and distribution system that's not going to look like the U.S. It's going to look like the next generation. It's new investment, and we see the incorporation of a lot more distributed resources, both storage and generation, and energy conservation making its way into the market probably within the next 10 years.
That's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Mr. Vesey.
All right. Thank you.